Good afternoon, everyone. It's Hanifa Menon from hearthealthbrainhealth.com, encouraging healthy grieving and mindful actions. Today, my thoughts and contemplation have all been about enlightenment, of course, surprise, surprise, but self-realization and understanding a higher consciousness. Of course, my favorite area to focus on and to help you with too. So, of course, the quotation that I came across today is by Pope Benedict XVI. And he says, purity of heart is what enables us to see. Purity of heart is what enables us to see. And you would think, wow, how would we see because we've got a pure heart? We see clearer, right? So, you know that we've got this awareness, and when we have a good intention and we've got this feeling of this purity in our heart, we can see the good in so much around us, right? So we can see the good that someone is trying to do for us, someone speaks to us, someone is going through any not easy time. It's so easy to think well of lots of different things, and that comes from this really pure intention that comes from the heart. So the heart, of course, shapes a lot of our experience, right? So if we have this purity of heart, our own intentions are coming from that space. Our thoughts, words, and actions can come from that space. And you will know whether there is that purity in your heart if you are able to easily feel loving, right? So, loving, of course, we think about love and the heart so often linked, but it really is a very high space to get to experience things from, right? So, this is the goal. So, I'm not surprised that Pope Benedict had something to say about this. Now, what does that mean? If we were to think about a purity of heart, this would mean that our thoughts, our words, and our actions are all based on that purity. So there would be kind thoughts, there would be kind words, and there would be kind actions. There would also be the realization of what we're feeding ourselves in terms of feeding our heart, right? So, if we were thinking, a lot of times when people think of feeding ourselves and purity, they think about, oh, I ate all the wrong things and I need to do a cleanse. And remember, I come from a naturopathic medical background. So, I know a lot of people who talk about, I need to cleanse my system because I ate all the wrong things. And, here we are, we're close to Thanksgiving, we're going to be close to Halloween, and then we're close to Christmas, right? So all of those times are coming up where a lot of times people will indulge, right? See what you indulge in and why. And is it helping your heart? Now, this could be very basic, right? So, if we were looking just nutritionally, we'd think, oh, well, I eat low fat foods. So, I'm making sure my cholesterol is low, all of that. It's good for my heart. So, that's one way to look at it. What about the soul nourishing foods, right? The heart nourishing foods, right? So, sometimes that is a really good helping of vegetables, right? That there's, I know that I need these vegetables. They've got nutrients in them that help my system. I haven't been eating enough vegetables, so I'm going to add these in. And of course, we can take away the things that are not helping our system, which is good. So maybe less sweets at Halloween. But those sorts of things, it's just an awareness, right? The other awareness to have about what feeds our heart are the things that we watch, right? So the things that come in just through our eyes could be the movies that you're drawn to or the shows that you're drawn to. And maybe you're really looking forward to all these murders and gory scenes in Halloween movies, right? So I remember there was a time that I actually really loved those sorts of movies. And, it was fun to be scared for just a little while and then, okay, everything's fine. That was just a movie, right? But you know that those sorts of things have an impact in our mind. And then that has an impact in the things that we say and do. And some people, I mean, this could be gory in itself, but watch the news regularly, right? So honestly, we can see a lot of tragedy when we are watching news, right? And then that feeds our mind. It feeds the things that we talk about. It feeds the things that we listen to and participate in. And there are the things that we do based on what we're hearing or speaking, right? So all of these things are related. That's not allowing our own system to stay so pure, right? Because now we're aware of something that has affected us emotionally too. And oftentimes those things stay in our minds. It is, again, also the shows you watch, the movies you watch, it's all feeding us, right? So, in terms of purifying the system, those would be very good things that you can consciously be aware of. bring in the things that are a little bit more compassionate and loving and sweet and kind. And you will notice even in your music, what kind of music do you listen to? How does it make you feel? Does it feel uplifting or does it feel not uplifting? Is it words that are beautiful that you remember and sing and feel lifted by, or is it words that are upset or angry or fueled by grief, right? So all of those things are a good awareness for your mind to have, because those will be the words that you repeat. You might sing to the songs. They will also be the actions that you do too, right? So if someone says, I'm going to go out and get a beer, right? Let's say that comes up in the song. Like there's a lot of drinking songs out there. And then do you go out and get one, right? So all of those sorts of things are good mindful exercise for you to be aware of in terms of the purity of your system. The next quotation I found was by Mahatma Gandhi, and I love Gandhi. This one says, "Purity of life is the highest and truest art." Purity of life is the highest and truest art. And this is the real thrill, I'm going to say, of mindfulness, right? So if we're mindfully aware of what we're thinking and redirecting to positive and peaceful and loving and compassionate thoughts, then we're speaking and redirecting our words to thoughtful, peaceful, compassionate, and loving words. And we listen to things from a peaceful, compassionate, and loving manner. And then we will act from that same energy, right? So, but to be mindful of all of these things is an art. And I would wish that for all of us. So today, for 5 minutes after this video, I would love if you sit down and see what is the space of the art that you're practicing from your thoughts, your words, your actions. Around this time, in Ontario at least, a lot of people might be driving in rush hour traffic. And maybe where you are, you're just finishing your day too. Wherever you are in your day, how are your thoughts? So in traffic, people will notice their thoughts might be frustrated, they might be angry, or they might be peaceful. Their words might be the same, right? Their words will reflect what their thoughts are thinking, and then their actions, so their actual driving. You might notice this in your workspace where you might not like the work that you're doing and you're thinking, I just can't wait till I get out of here. And you might be thinking, I don't like the person that's sitting beside me. I can't wait. I don't have to listen to them anymore. Or you might be thinking, wow, I did a good job today. I finished the work that I thought I would. Or there's a little bit left, but it's okay. I'm going to do that tomorrow. So there's a different way to think. The friend beside or the coworker beside you might be that, wow, you know what? I'm so glad that they're back from vacation. So they're helping me finish the work that I was doing just on my own when they were away. And then if you're driving or even finishing your day, what's the thought? I'm looking forward to getting home. Look at all these people that are also trying to get home if you're on the road, right? So that compassion can be there in every step of the way. The loving energy, the thoughtful, peaceful, kind energy can be there every step of the way. And I'd love for you to see, where are you for 5 minutes? Just see, where are your thoughts? How are your words, inside or outside? And how are your actions? And then I want to finish this video today with this final quotation that I absolutely love, and I might have shared with you before, but it's a beautiful quotation by Thomas A. Kempis. And this quotation says, "He who loves with purity considers not the gift of the lover, but the love of the giver." And this means that every experience that we have, let's say you actually did get a gift from someone. And if you're so caught up in the gift, I'm so happy you got me this, it becomes about the gift and not from the lover that is giving the gift. So the giving, right? This is the love that's coming from that giver. Or perhaps it's someone who just lets you into the lane in front of you, right? Or to get in front of them. It's that giving, that love in that giving that really matters, right? And of course, if you want to go even higher to a higher consciousness, there is a higher consciousness that is also helping all along the way. So whether it's to let you in traffic, whether it's to give you an idea at work that allows you to finish your work easier, and your boss saying, you know what, just go home, right? So all of that is happening because there's also a higher consciousness that's coming through you and coming through others that is helping you in your day too. I'd love for you to think about that. Think about the love of the giver, the love of the giver. So love of the giver from yourself to others, and the love of the giver from others to you too. Okay, so have a fantastic day. I hope you think about that for 5 minutes, and I wish you a fantastic end of your day or beginning of your day, depending on where you are. And I hope you remember, transform your mind and transform your life. Have a great day, everyone.